Good day, dear listeners. I am Roshell Dupisen, your speaker at this juncture. Today, I will be discussing and sharing what I have learned in this chapter entitled International and National Framework Strategy for Climate Change. It is a fact that we can't easily avoid and stop the occurrences of different disasters and the changing of climates that we are experiencing. But with the help of the different frameworks or strategies, we can lessen the impact of it and we can manage to respond in any adverse events. In this chapter, I've learned different international framework strategies on climate change, and let's begin with the international strategies. We have the Yokohama Strategy adopted in the year 1994, APEC Strategy on Response to and Preparedness for Natural Disasters and Emergencies, Strategy on Management of Disaster Risks, and Climate Change's Implication in the Islamic World. And we have the African Union Strategy for Disaster Risk Reduction, that is for the strategies. On the international framework, I've learned we have the Hyogo Framework for Action, SAR Comprehensive Framework, and the Disaster Risk Reduction and UNFCCC process known as the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. I also learned that aside from international framework strategies, we have also national framework strategies. And that is the NDRRMP, or the National Disaster Risk Reduction Management Plan. And with the implementation of this plan under this, priority projects, resource mobilization, monitoring, and evaluation are being implemented. Understandingly, those framework strategies are implemented to help for the improvement and preparedness of all in times of disasters and climate changes. In this chapter, I also realized the objective of those framework strategies, and that is to strengthen the government and other organizations to develop preparedness and awareness to disasters, also and the post-disaster response and recovery as well. At the same time, I got knowledge about the effectiveness of these different framework strategies. It is effective in a way that it reduces and lessens the negative impacts of disasters like the floodings, landslides, heat waves, droughts, storms, and other disasters, and also some effects of climate change. I was also informed in this chapter that in PDRRMF, or the Philippine Disaster Risk Reduction Management Framework, the different government sectors are involved, especially during and after a disaster, to deal with the response, rehabilitation, and recovery. The sector of education is also involved here because they teach and disseminate learning on prevention and mitigation, on how to prepare ourselves, and of course, on what to do. It includes the involvement of local and regional management offices. It is in dealing with for better responses and faster recoveries. This chapter also gives information on how Republic Acts contribute in implementing the framework strategies, and it is in a way that it serves as the legal basis in facing numerous disasters and climate change. And for your information, under this, we have the Republic Act 9729, known as the Climate Change Act of 2009, together with the Republic Act 10121, known as the Philippine Disaster Risk Reduction Management Act of 2010, respectively. These acts are effective because it is systematically identified, and it is for the monitoring and evaluation to ensure that individuals are safe and to ensure that all are prepared in facing climate changes and disasters. This chapter is really informative, and it adds knowledge to me in dealing and preparing climate changes and disasters. I hope I also shared some ideas and information to you of what I have learned. Thank you for watching and listening.